welcome to Drumbeg Studio Podcasts with me, Michael Lumbey, and this week we'll be chatting to special guest Krystian Ciesielski. We'll also have music from Jed Gillies and The Roques, but this is Echo Park. There you go. That's how you kick off a show with a fast, upbeat, driving, heavy song like that. That was Echo Park with Soldier. Echo Park, they are a four-piece band whose members came from South Lanarkshire and Perth. These guys formed just over 6 years ago, and they're regulars in the Glasgow music scene, as well as doing gigs here in Perthshire and also in West Lothian. Their inspiration for their music comes from bands like Big Country, Echo and The Stranglers. Echo Park look to impress with their anthetic choruses, poetic lyrics and blend of synthesizers and guitars. So there you go. You can find the rest of their music on Spotify and also on YouTube. But now it's time to find out this week's special guest. This week's special guest is musician Krystian Ciesielski.
That was good. Hello.
Was it?
Yeah, that was great.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good, you?
I'm doing very good. Hopefully we're going to have a nice fun time here and we're going to have a bit of a chat. We're going to find some interesting things out about you.
Maybe.
And we'll have a laugh as well, and we'll throw in a few songs as well to keep the listeners occupied while we're not chatting.
Sounds good.
So, some of you may be aware, Krystian is from Poland. What made you come to Scotland, Krystian?
I think a better question would be why I'm still here. My mom just went here for work, and I was 10, so she dragged me along.
Oh, right.
I mean, I stayed with my grandparents at first, and then she came back. I was like, okay, we're moving away, and I just stayed, and I was decided I'm going to do uni here, so yeah.
So you got thrown in the boot and said we're driving up to Scotland.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh well. So since you've been here, how long have you been here, may I ask?
11 years.
11 years, wow. And do you feel that you're fitting in with the Scottish culture here in Scotland?
Well, I mean, I embrace great fish and chips. It feels home here, so yeah.
Well, that's nice.
I feel Scottish.
Are you picking up a few slang words? Are you understanding a few?
Yeah,
words?
actually, out of dialects since I left in Elgin. So I kind of get the Aberdeen dialect a bit, and then had to get used to the Perth area. Still getting used to Glasgow. That's not happening anytime soon.
So, looking at your musical background, where did that come from?
Multiple factors.
Multiple factors. Would this include the influence from the Ciesielski family, or?
Yeah. My aunt is doing this full time. Currently, she's touring with Rolling Stones. She's a guitar tech for them.
Wow.
Works for The Who as well. Used to work for Alice Cooper.
Even bigger wow.
So like because she's always coming back from like touring and stuff with presents, and it was just like seemed like a fun lifestyle a bit. And obviously I had like in like music I like to listen to and stuff, but as a kid I wasn't really interested in music as music.
Okay.
It was just like something in the background.
Yeah.
I
To
remember
fill
like
in the gaps.
yeah, I remember watching this TV show. I can't remember the name of it. It was like about this guy who's hitting like 40,
Okay.
and he still wants to have like a successful band and stuff. And I don't know why I enjoyed that. And this is around the same time I got into like those Guitar Hero Rock Band games.
Okay.
But they were expensive.
Yeah.
So my mom was just like, might as well play the real guitar. I'm like, okay. And
It's cheaper.
it's cheaper. So I kind of did that for a while. But then I was like, because I don't think YouTube tutorials were quite there and stuff like that, so I
Yeah.
couldn't really self-learn that much. So I kind of like moved away from it for a while. Got really interested in hip-hop.
Okay.
So I got a keyboard and stuff, doing some things on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then a big phenomena happened.
Did it?
Yeah, I think, I can't remember when I heard this, but I heard Crazy Train and Mr. Crowley by Ozzy Osbourne.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, holy. Randy Rhoads was a genius. I was like, well, I have to play guitar now. But I was just like, I'm not playing the nylon or acoustic, that's not happening. It has to be the electric.
Yes.
Um,
Has to have a bit of noise.
yeah. So this is where I started discovering other stuff like Black Sabbath, since Ozzy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Maiden, Megadeth, and it kind of like built up from there.
Okay.
So I had like lots of different influences by, I don't know, age 17, 18.
Okay.
So I've been playing guitar since I was like 14 maybe. Not long.
And were you self-taught or did you have lessons with your guitar?
Both. A lot of the stuff I learned was self-taught
Okay.
with using Tax Guitar, like it's like a Linux software, like it's like Guitar Pro but for
Okay.
free. So I had tabs and stuff like that for that.
Yeah. Mhm.
I even bought the books, except one thing I remember, because I had like a teacher in high school as well,
Yeah.
and he taught me the blues scale, as in one of the bets on the guitar fretboard.
Mm-hmm.
And it helped me so much because at that time I was just playing chords and riffs,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, now I can play solos, because Black Sabbath obviously the early Black Sabbath used the blues scales.
Mm.
So I learned that one thing,
Mm-hmm.
then could transpose it anywhere on the fretboard. I was like,
Yes.
I can play all the solos now.
It's mind-blowing. Don't go and kick the mic now.
Oh, sorry.
We'll be catching up with Krystian later on in the show, but it's time for more music. This is Jed Gillies with B.
Endorphins must be earned. Dry those tears. Just come out and say the words. I'm always here. You might not like to hear what I have to say. Chin up, you're alright, but I know what you're going through. Somehow I wanna give you a surprise, but I don't wanna tell you no lies, so I told you what I would give you. We're stronger together. Don't stay alone. Come round to my house sometimes, or talk on the phone. Talking to your best friend will make you realize that you're not hopeless, you're just living your life. Somehow I wanna give you a surprise, but I don't wanna tell you no lies, so I told you what I would give you. Somehow I wanna give you a surprise, but I don't wanna tell you no lies, so I told you what I would give you.
Yeah, wonderful. That was Jed Gillies with B. Jed is a singer-songwriter and guitarist from Leven. He has recently moved to Perth to the music scene here and has also started studying music at Perth College. In his time, Jed has performed small venues and hotels in local areas around Scotland, and he also played in Bordeaux in France at the Fête de la Musique. I can see this guy going very, very far in this industry, and I want to thank him very much for letting him give me the chance to play one of his songs on my show. So there you go, Jed Gillies, check him out. Now it's time to get back to chatting to Krystian Ciesielski, our special guest for this week. You mentioned earlier on about doing synthesizer work and keyboard work. How much of that do you use for composition, or is it mostly done on the guitar?
If you would like what I call my solo stuff,
Yeah.
I do a lot of classical music compositions.
Okay.
So I tend to write for piano
Mm-hmm.
and harpsichord.
Nice.
Because I'm very like baroque influenced and romantic period as well. I don't know, just I always had, when I started learning theory at school,
Yeah.
I think I was the only person interested in theory in my year.
Theory was the most boring. Was
I
it not?
enjoyed it so much.
Every time you had a theory class, you were doing it in a musical classroom, or a music classroom, sorry, and you would see all the instruments lying around, and you think, oh, could we not just go and play them, miss, instead? Because they're a lot more fun than sitting here and writing stuff down.
Well, I enjoyed it so much. I learned so much from it. I even wrote a fugue.
Wow.
I was just like, ooh, I can do stuff.
This boy's got talent.
I mean, I just like Bach and Beethoven, so yeah.
I want to talk about some of your musical experiences that you've had early in life with being in bands, playing in bands and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, so since I started playing guitar and being a bedroom musician,
Uh-huh.
me and my friend Piotrek really like Iron Maiden, so
Mhm.
do all harmony stuff. I'm like, let's make a band. We called it Mortal Metal. We actually renamed the band to Dark Matter later on,
Okay.
and we had like an official SoundCloud Underground release, like a full debut album.
Wow.
We actually working on a second album now
Oh,
for
nice.
this band.
And when did the first one come out?
End of 2016.
All right. So
It's a bit,
a few years ago.
few years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a second album in making now.
Mm-hmm.
It's
In,
the process
in progression.
in progression. The process is a bit long since we are like living in other cities and stuff, so it takes a while for us to do stuff.
I can imagine, yeah.
But I think it's way better than the first one, as in way more focused. I think we found our sound. That's
Good.
the main thing
That's
for that album.
very important, yeah.
So hopefully this year, maybe at the end of this year, will
Nice.
come out, because I have other stuff to do in the meanwhile.
Of course.
So that was like the first thing,
Mm-hmm.
and around the same time, and there was like a high school festival.
Okay.
I think that was 2000. 14.
Okay.
I can't even remember now.
It was obviously that important that you can remember it in your mind. So much has happened since
So
then.
much happened. And me and Piotrek just went in. I had other friends there, and basically one of them is a drummer,
Mm-hmm.
and I was a bassist. So like, well, I mean, we can
Yeah.
make this work.
You have a full band now.
Full band now. And we got a vocalist as well.
Nice.
Then like, oh, we need a name. I was just like, The Unknown, and we stick with that. Like, it's just the best name ever. So we actually opened the festival
Oh, nice.
We opened that festival, so maybe we played for like 50 people when they came. I mean, it's so good.
How long did you play? What was your set?
4 songs.
4 songs.
We played only covers. Since it was a summer festival,
Yeah.
we opened with Summer of '69.
Oh, did you?
Continued by Green Day's 21 Guns.
Nice.
Then we had Black Sabbath's Paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
And we finished the set with Iron Maiden and the Trooper.
Nice.
So
a nice heavy hitting set then.
I think it's I like the slope
Yeah.
because it went like from like kind of quite light rockish stuff into more heavy stuff.
Into heavy stuff, yeah.
Like nice progressed, not too
Not all of a sudden.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I really like that set.
Good.
We had few technical issues,
Mm.
obviously.
All eyes pointed to the sound engineers.
Yeah, we will blame the sound engineer. I remember that.
We can't do that anymore because we're both.
Yes, we can do that anymore.
No.
It's just like a brotherhood. And obviously it was our first proper gig,
Mm-hmm.
so we had so many like band practices like in just like a tiny room. There's a cube. Obviously it doesn't sound good because it's a cube,
Of course.
and but yeah,
And you get up on stage and you think, gosh, this sounds even better.
it was fantastic, like amazing experience.
Yeah.
I will never forget that. And since then I really didn't do any gigs.
Oh.
I tend to think of myself as a session musician.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we did that David Bowie thing in first year.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
So I always think of myself just being like, you want to record something? Yeah, I'll be there to do stuff. Touring wise, obviously would like to tour.
Yeah.
I have the new band Amber Eden.
Mm-hmm.
Doing first album now.
And you released a single from it
single
a couple of months ago, did you? Or less than that?
last month.
Last month.
And there's a second single coming out. There'll be one more, and the album should drop like in May time.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is,
You've just dropped a big hint, by the way. If no one's heard that, like, Krystian's got a new album coming out, everyone. Yeah.
But yeah, I really want to, since this is like I own 100% of this band,
Mm-hmm.
I want to do this as a full-time thing.
Mm-hmm.
A full-time, I mean audio engineer and that.
Yes.
So yeah, I will probably tour. If I will get a chance, I will tour with this band
Yeah.
because I just want to do it.
You gotta feel me until the death of my fight. You gotta take me. You gotta take me into the night. You gotta chase me down the river until the morn. You gotta face me. You're gonna try your face and mine.
Wow, wasn't that just incredible? That was The Roques with Fear Me. The Roques are a 5-piece indie rock band based in Dundee. You can find that single Fear Me on their Spotify page. You can also find their first single that they released last year, What Do You See, on Spotify as well. Now they have a few gigs coming up this week that they wanted me to inform you about. This Friday the 19th they are playing here in Perth. They're playing at the Twatams. And then the following day on the 20th they're through in Glasgow playing the Stereo. Now Krystian, you're currently studying BSCH Audio Engineering here in Perth College. What'll be the plans after that once you graduate?
So when I joined Perth College,
Yes.
I knew I wanted to do audio engineering because at first I wanted to be a musician, but I was like, I want to earn some money.
That was the same with me as well.
Yeah, and I actually enjoyed like the technical aspect.
Mm.
Since I'm a guitarist, it's like pedals, stuff, like how do they work? So it's always been there to some degree. So when I joined, I was just like, I want to be an audio engineer. I was like, okay. Then I was like, I like sound design. I really like video games. Maybe I should do that. And for a while, I've been like that. But this year, I'm leaning more.
This year, Krystian has turned over a new leaf.
Yes, as in, I want to do sound design. I think I will do it. But there are other fields I'm really interested at. I did a placement recently, and I really enjoy TV work.
Oh wow! Dropping another hint at me.
It's on my Facebook. Oh, promoting. I think. Is it on my? No, I don't think it's anywhere. Never mind.
Ignore that.
I want to do mastering as well. I really enjoy doing that. I think I'm quite good at it. Obviously mixing, because I just like doing creative stuff. And mixing is very creative.
Very creative, yeah.
Same as sound design. Recording, I think it's creative and everything, but it's just so much hassle.
It's very hands-on, yes.
And I just can't be bothered with it that much. I would probably do it live.
You've got to have little legs to be a recording chap. You just sort of run around all the place.
I don't think I actually wouldn't mind doing some live stuff like touring with bands. But it had to be like a proper, maybe slightly bigger bands. I wouldn't want to tour with a
amateurish band. No.
like a bar style. No.
Nice big stadiums.
Yeah, but no. That's why I'm thinking of more having a studio set up and doing stuff there. So yeah, I think I'm just going to graduate. Probably stay in Perth area for a while. So I just like it in here. Everything's close by.
Yes.
Perth is just nice. And for some reason, I want to live in Italy. I don't know why.
How's your Italian?
It doesn't exist.
Molto bene.
Doesn't exist. But I just find the place to be who I am. As in, but yeah, for now, I think I will try and find like a sound design. Dundee probably best bet. Since video game companies,
it's massive across
it's massive.
Yeah.
But yeah, Italy will be always there somewhere.
Wonderful.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah, hopefully over the horizon. Well, it's come to the end. Thank you very much for coming. It's been fantastic.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're absolutely welcome. You've been a great sport. You've been very cooperative. You've been really fun to chat to, and we've had a good laugh. There's been a few laughs with that. Yeah. And that's the whole part.
People will enjoy this, I think. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. I'll make them.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Join me next time when we'll have a Spanish theme running through our podcast. We'll be chatting to locals Kuro and Amir to find out what the music scene is like in the south of Spain. We'll also have music from Iago Franco, Reveles, Katie and Laura, and After Party. Until then, see you next time.